Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, we shall start our discussion on module 4. In that, we are going to start our discussion on the loaders. Mm, we have, I think, this loaders. You cannot see it from the front end in any mobile applications, and you don't visualize or don't assume that this loader is nothing but what you see, something which revolves in any app, which consumes time. That is not the one, this loader. See, whenever you start using the apps, any mobile app, whenever you start using it, okay, uh, mm, if it takes too much time, then we are not going to like that app. And the research is already been done. And 40% of the user, it means in the 100 users, 40% of the people will stop using that app if that app takes more than 3 to 4 seconds to load its data. Okay, that is the survey it has been done. It may be wrong, the time it can be less or it can be more, but this is what the stats. Okay, yes, this is what the stats. That is why in order to reduce that app loading time, what we should do is uh, as you know, there are two types of thread. One is user interface thread, another one is uh, worker threads. The user interface threads, they are responsible for to bring the data or the user interface related, means what you're going to see in the human eyes, the screen when the application gets loaded. Everything is been handled by the UI thread. Whatever, whenever you click on any app, you see something on the screen, some widgets, buttons, everything, some data you are going to see. That all those things, it will be fetched by this thread, this program. A lightweight process is called as a thread that is responsible for that user interface thread. In the background, so many things is going to happen. All those things that will be handled by the worker threads. We have to reduce the work on the user interface thread. That will make the users will in fast manner the page gets loaded. The faster the users will see that complete page without that loading. Okay, uh, if it takes too much time, that will affect on the performance. Okay, means so much of the work loading from the database, some database connection, everything you have to create it as a background process. Even when the application gets opened, when the application gets loaded, let it be do it in the background. Whatever is required for the front end, for the first, when the app gets opened, only you give that work to the user interface thread. All the other things you give it to the worker thread. Then it will solve the problem. It will not take too much time to load. Okay, for this reason, to bring the data from the database and show it in the screens activity, we have a class called loader class. We have to use this asynchronously. This is going to handle. Asynchronous means you can do your job, let the loader will do his job. There is no conflict. That is what the meaning asynchronous. Okay, asynchronously it is going to update the data wherever it is required. Loading and reloading, everything will be done by the a special class called loaders. What, where actually these loaders are available? In every screen, wherever you write the activity, in every screen these loaders are available. Asynchronously it is going to load the data, means it is not going to trouble you. Whatever you do the actions, click on the button, enter the data, everything, that will allow you to do it in the background. Wherever the data is required to load, it's get loaded. And also it is going to monitor the source of data, and automatically it will deliver when the results gets changed in the database. Database ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. But the configuration change ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ whenever you rotates the screen, that is also a configuration change. The loader will automatically reconnect to the last loader cursor, because when the activity changes, the activity is deleted. Once again, it is going to start. That you have studied in the activity life cycle. Okay. Now this loaders, it will reconnect to that last loader cursor itself. That is the property of this loader. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ಕರ್ಸರ್ಗೆ ರೀಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾರೆ ಹೊಸದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಫೆಚ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಆ ಡೇಟಾನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡೆಡ್. ಲೋಡರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೀಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ಕರ್ಸರ್ and it will bring the same data, or else it is going to requery and bring the data and display to the user. This is how the characteristics of the loaders. Actually, how the loader is being implemented, that you should know. What is the architecture of the loader? The loader architecture, if you see this is the one with the diagram, you can understand. See, this data means this is a database where actually our data is being stored. This is our screen, activity screen. This is the activity screen. Before this cursor loader come into picture, this is how it was there. Recycler view with the help of adapter, content resolver. We are going to do the insert, delete, updation operation. With the help of content provider, we get the data and we are going to see the screen. But now with the help of this cursor loader, an activity takes the help of the cursor loader, then that cursor loader, it is going to replace this content resolver. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವರ್ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it knows how to send the data, get the data from the database. We are not going to write this content resolver, content provider data. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. We are going to write it here, activity screen, recycler view. Okay. This cursor loader is going to fetch the data. It is going to query the content provider, and content provider will get the data from the database. Once again, the reverse process. Automatically, it is going to get the new set of data and handles it to the adapter. Wherever the cursor loader, the activity, it is going to ask the cursor loader. Once again, when the cursor loader returns, it gives the data to the adapter. Even the content adapter, it will interact with the adapter or with the activity. This is how we are going to see the data in the recycler view. ಏನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ದ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ asynchronously. How to implement this cursor loader in the program? In the application, how to use it? What are the, if you want to implement a cursor loader in your app, what all it requires? You require a screen that is called activity or the fragment. If there are more than multiple cursors are there, loader manager is required. This cursor loader, it has to interact with the content provider. Then content provider is required. In order to communicate with the cursor loader, callbacks are required, loader callbacks. In order to display, this recycler view is required. And finally, we require the data source, content provider, this one. This is what, these are all are required for to implement any cursor loader. ನೀವು ಕರ್ಸರ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇರಬೇಕು. All these things should be present. Okay. Now, in the loader manager, how actually the loader manager is being created? What is the role of the loader manager? Loader manager is nothing but it is once again a class. Everything is a class here. In the Android, since it is Java, it is object oriented programming. Okay. The loader manager, it is a class. What it will do, it is going to manage all your loaders in the application. If there are 10 loaders are there, everything, creation, reset, everything that will be managed by this loader manager. Okay, see here how to get initiate the loader. See, the loader manager, one more thing it will do is it take care of registering an observer with the content provider, which receives the callbacks when the data in the content provider changes. See this, in this content provider, if in the database something else gets changed, then it has to update it in our screen. ಯಾವುದೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವಾಪಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನಲ್ಲೂ ಅದು ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ನೋಡೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೋಡರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗಂಗೆ. Okay, these are the things that will be done by this get loader manager. Initiate, restart the loader. What it means, this loader manager, as I said, it manages the loader, means it is going to restart the loader. If there are 10 cursor loaders are there, which one it is going to restart? Means for that, the first argument you are going to give ID. That is a unique ID. For each loader, there will be a unique ID. That ID, if you pass, that will bring you the data. The second is an optional argument. The third one is the context where when that callbacks are defined. The callbacks is nothing but, now I'll discuss what are these callbacks. Okay, what is the role of get loader manager? It is going to manage the different loaders. Manage is nothing but whether you have to initiate something, whether you have to restart the loader, everything that control is there with this loader manager. Now, what is the role of these callbacks? If you want to interact with the loaders, if you want to interact with the loaders, then you require some functions. Such functions we call it as loader callbacks. There are three functions: on create loader, load finished, and load reset. These three functions we have not created. ಈ functions ನಾವು ಹೆಸರಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ on create loader. All these things already been given by the Google itself. They have defined the function names. We have to just write the body of that function. See here, like this on create loader. See this at override. At override, what it says, this function on create loader, it is already been written by the Google. We are just writing the body of that. She asked me whether the body has been written by the, yes, it is already been written, but we want to change the functionality of the on create loader. That is why we are going in our program, we write the body of that function. ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬರ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವರು. ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ದು ಏನ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಈ ತರ ಅಟ್ ಓವರ್ ರೈಡ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನೇಮ್ ಬರೆದು ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. What is this on create loader will do? This on create loader is going to create the new loader. Is going to create the new loader. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದು USNಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್. Then you can create load USNs loader. The loader, it is going to load the USNs of the students. For that, you have created one new loader. Once the loader job is done, once the loader's job is done, USNಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಾಯ್ತು. What is the next job? It is going to call this function on load finished, called every time the loader finishes the loading. Then you have to write the logic inside that function on load finished. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? Whether it should stop or it should update something, or forcibly you are going to reset. In that case, the data is not been available. That is loader reset. Okay, we'll see the arguments one by one. What is this on create loader? The on create loader, how it is, what is it is going to do is, it is going to give you the new loader instance. It will instantiate the callback. It will instantiate the callback and it will return the new object. Okay. What and all it contains? What are the arguments? See this. In which class it is going to create? That is what this means. Current class. ಯಾವ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟೇ ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ URL you are going to pass. What is this URL means? What is you are expecting from the database? ಈಗ ಈ ಲೋಡರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು USN ಬೇಕು. If you want some USNs of the students means that you have to pass. What is required from the database content provider? That you have to pass. Next, the next column is projection. The projection is which are the list of columns to be returned from the database. ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ. ದೆನ್ ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೋಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ if you have used question marks in the this selection ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್. ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ವಿಚ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸಾರ್ಟೆಡ್, ಅಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಡಿಸೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾ. ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು put it here. Then the loader is created. It will bring you the data from the content provider. Database create ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. What it returns? It is going to return you the loader. What this job it is going to do? The same thing we used to do with the content resolver. ಮುಂಚೆ ಈ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ಬರಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವರ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಿತ್ತು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪಾತ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್. Directly the content resolver will get the data from content provider and content provider will get the data from database. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ಲೋಡರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬಂದ್ವಿ. ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಹೌ. ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವರ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಕ್ವೆರಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಸಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಅವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಏನ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಆ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. In both ways you can do it. Once the job is done, okay, it has loaded the USN to the drop down. It will the control will go automatically to the onload finish. Then what we have to do? We have to release the old data. If there is a new data, save it and make it available for the adapter. See this from here. Once it has loading has finished means from this database the data has come to here cursor loader. Now when the load finished function is called, it will make available to this adapter. If something old data is there, that will be removed. The new data what it has fetched from the database, that make it available for the adapter. That is the job of the next function on load finished. Okay, you are going to adapter dot set data. You are going to give cursor object. Cursor object it is nothing but a pointer in the C program. If you know C programming, there is a pointer, right? From that pointer, that address, you are going to get all the information in the memory. In the same way, this cursor, the cursor has an access to the all the data. When the previously loader is being reset, then this on loader reset will be called. This on loader reset is called when a previously created loader is being reset. Wherever you are going to reset, how to reset, this is how you are going to reset. There is a function called restart loader. Then if you reset it, loader manager, and you reset it, now the data will become unavailable. After that, we are going to remove the resources what is being used, and then we are going to set the data. What we are going to set the data? Null. Means it is nothing but you are going to clear whatever the data is been there. See, whatever the data is to bring from here to adapter. Now we want to remove all the data in the loader. How to remove? You have to do like this. Call on loader reset. Automatically every data has been cleared. Adapter.set data null. If data, whenever the loading is done, whenever it sends the data, how to use it, the adapter, how we should use, what is there in the set method? What is there in the set method is, whenever it gets the cursor object, means assume that it is a pointer. The pointer knows address where exactly the data is there. That cursor object, it is going to notify that the new data set is ready. Wherever it is required, you update it. Notify the data set has changed. Then it gets updated in the screen. ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಟಿಫೈ ಡೇಟಾ ಸೆಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ 100 ಯು ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಈಗ 100 ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 50 ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ ಯಾವ್ದೋ 50 ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಯು ಎಸ್ ಎನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ದಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ನೋಟಿಫೈ ಡೇಟಾ ಸೆಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ you have to use the data returned by the loader. Where actually it happens in the architecture, if you see here, the data the cursor loader has given to this adapter, here everything gets updated. ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅದು ರೀಸೈಕ್ಲರ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ರೀಸೈಕ್ಲರ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ದಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರೀಸೈಕ್ಲರ್ ವ್ಯೂ. If you want to see overall the advantages of the cursor, as I said, cursor is nothing but you can assume it as a pointer which has an access to the data. Even that cursor, databases use it. Database uses it cursor. Content provider also uses cursor. The loader also uses its cursor. What is the advantage with this cursor is using this cursor at all the places everywhere. It is easier to write the code, to test, to debug, and also the code looks will simpler and shorter. ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕರ್ಸರ್ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ in the library. It is once again a class. Uniformly you are using the same cursor, that will be easy to write the code, test and debug, and the code will look simpler and shorter. See, if the overall picture, how, if you want to see how actually the loaders will work, you see this from the main activity where we write, we are going to use this callbacks. 3 callbacks are there, right? That you are going to write in that. This one, it is going to interact with the cursor loader. Cursor loader will interact with content provider. We do operations. That word list open helper will be going to interact with the database. ಇದೊಂದು ನೋಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ವರ್ಡ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪರ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಬಟ್ ನಾವು we have shown it outside. The content provider has to interact with the database. We have added one more class, that's all. Okay, that's all from this chapter called loaders. Okay, we'll discuss the next SQLite database, SQLite database in the next class. We'll discuss that in the next class. You can mark your attendance in the chat box. Okay. Thank you.